Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. um, New update, new hotfix. I'm gonna get into that in a sec. Please like, sub, comment. Please join the Discord if you don't do any of those. If you're only gonna do one, please join the Discord or sub. Do both. Do all of them. Fuck it. Um, yep. Thanks. 7:37 in the morning. Game's going down. Hotfix number 59. Be down for 2 hours. Lots of updates. I'll read through a few. I don't really care about this stuff, but there's a bunch of BARB nerfs that I'm gonna go over. Fix an issue where weapons could not be hidden while using some skills. That's good. Curse of Pain's hit would not output correctly. That's good. I don't really care about this stuff. These are all just bug fixes, basically. Let's get to the nerfs. Smoking on that BARB pack on this fine morning. Axe specialization weapon damage bonus changed from 5 to 3. So that's actually pretty big because of how additional weapon damage scales. So that's a pretty decent nerf to the perk. Plus 5 damage is crazy. Like imagine if Rogue had a perk that was plus 5 damage instead of 15% physical damage bonus, people would they would cry to have that fucking changed. They would cry, they would call their attorneys, they would call their governor, their mayor, the write letters to their fucking city council to try to get that changed if that was on Rogue. Bardiche is now both the polearm and the axe, but it displays only polearm for now. Will be fixed, doesn't really matter. Bardiche's weapon damage has been significantly reduced. That's crazy. I don't play BARB, but the Bardiche has been my favorite BARB weapon for many wipes. I like BARB nerfs because BARBs are so strong. But BARBs are supposed to be strong. Like they're supposed to have a lot of health, do a lot of damage, and be fast. Like that's what a barbarian is, So is this going to kill barbarian players and completely remove the class from the game? No, not whatsoever. It's still going to be one of the most played classes. But they shouldn't be nerfed too heavily. And these are nerfs. These are a lot of nerfs for barbs. Bardiche weapon damage has been significantly reduced. So I'm thinking by 8 weapon damage or something crazy like that, right? Because everything else has been, all the damage for all of the other weapons have been reduced also for almost all of them. Let's see. So Bardiche weapon damage significantly reduced. Bardiche movement speed penalty changed from 40 to 45. So that's another minus 5 movement speed. It's pretty big. Battle axe weapon damage has been slightly reduced. Doesn't really matter. Nobody uses it. Movement speed penalty changed from 35 to 30. That's fine. Double axe's weapon damage has been slightly reduced. So slightly reduced, probably by 4 to 5. I'm thinking. They probably want the double axe to do the most amount of damage and then Bardiche second. So I mean double axe is still gonna hit, super hard. Felling axe's movement speed penalty change from 35 to 30. That's fine, doesn't really change anything. Halber's weapon damage has been significantly reduced. I don't know why they would do that. Wormhole's weapon damage has been very slightly increased, so probably by 1, 2, and 3. Maybe 1, 2, 3, and 4, for the respective rarities. Zweihander weapon damage has been slightly increased. Oh, it's Zweihander meta's coming back for sure. Skinny Pete will be very pleased. Yeah, I mean, I don't really like this change. I think the Copperlight stuff should be left alone. It's not the Copperlight that's the issue. It's the conglomerate of everything that Barbarian has at its disposal. It's the Rage perk. It's, not wearing a chest, wearing the elf, or not the elf skin. Yeah, so I don't really like this change because they're trying to nerf one specific build for one specific class, speed barb. But in doing this, they're this for everyone else. And 1% to 0.5% is pretty big because let's just say you have 300 base movement speed. Now going from getting 3 movement speed per Copperlight, you're going to get 1.5 really. So I mean, it's like, unless prices like significantly drop, like I'm not gonna pay 600 or 700 gold for a Copperlight tunic or Copperlight Wanderer attire. I'm just gonna get 1.5 move speed, I don't know. I think they should have left this alone and maybe just like I don't know, done something else, or maybe not done anything else and just left this alone. I don't really like that. So they are increasing search kit times. Now you can take damage even if you leave the boss room. Added shadows to locations of following. New matchmaking. So this is big. New matchmaking system implemented. And removed the pre-lobby. Well, let's go through the rest of these. Team clears can be reported. Don't care. New item skin. Previous quests. Don't care. Alright, this update introduces a new matchmaking system. Please understand that this is still a work in progress, and we will continue to tweak and polish it to enable the best match quality without compromising wait times. When you click on the matchmaking button, you will no longer be placed in the pre-base camp lobby. Instead, you will remain in the main menu while the new matchmaking system is utilized. So this is huge. So now, like, people are going to start running people are already running really good gear, but we're going to see a lot more named weapons, I bet. We're going to see a lot more gear, I feel like. Because people aren't going to be afraid, especially in solos. People aren't going to be afraid to like get teamed on if they're wearing all Frostlight or if they bring out names or anything like that. In like trios, I don't think it's really going to change anything. But I do like this. I do like this change. We will do our best to create sessions with similar gear score. I don't care about this. I mean, this is good for like people who don't run like crazy gear and are just trying to like, play the game and run some gear that they find and, have those kind of experiences. So that's good. Finally, we have added a new quick match. Don't care. The dungeon recovery. Don't care. Because I'm never going to random queue. But overall, Barb nerf, I think is pretty good. Barb's been pretty crazy. Barb comes in waves, just like Rogue. Rogues get super OP and then they get nerfed to the ground, and then Barbs get super OP and then they get nerfed, but not as hard as Rogues for some reason. Everybody hates Rogues. It is what it is. But this morning, we're smoking on the Barb pack. So everyone rejoice. That's real. I want to see what these bone decorated bottles look like. They're probably pretty sick. But yeah. Thanks. See ya.
Please like and subscribe.